Welcome to On the Block. I'm Ed Wilkinson, and we have a special treat today. We're in Bensonhurst, and we're going to talk with the coordinator of the Spanish ministry in all of Bensonhurst, Father Gabriel Toro-Rivas. Welcome to the show, Father Gabriel.
That's so beautiful.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the time that you give me to me.
Yeah,
to
you were born in Colombia, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I born in
and
Colombia.
you lived how many years in Colombia?
Oh my God, I born in 1956. I came to New York to 1999.
So most of your life you lived in
almost
Colombia.
43 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Growing up in Colombia, were you close to the church?
I grew up in my town, Andes, and the beautiful coffee plantation, in the south of Antioquia, my department. I moved to Medellin and the seminary when I was 20. I studied in 4 different seminaries. I graduated in the Pontifical University in Medellin in 1990.
So you took a long road to the priesthood.
But one long way, because this is that's true. Talking about vocation in Colombia, at that time we had a lot of vocation. A lot of people enlist to become a priest, but no place for everyone. Only maybe 10% they became a priest. Another 90, nothing, no change.
Yeah. Did you go to Catholic schools growing up?
Oh yes, I grew up, I started at the first time with Salesians, priests, and religious sisters. Maria Mazzarello, San John Bosco. I was educated in religious high school in my town.
Yeah.
After that, I was teaching for 15 years in different Catholic high school and universities.
Yeah. So you had other jobs before you became a priest?
I worked in Colombia almost 25 years before I became a priest.
What did you do?
I got 3 good jobs. Number 1, to become a teacher. Because that was my second answer for the non-sister. If you never had the opportunity to be a priest, what would you like to do? I would like to be a teacher. What is then the third invitation, the third motivation, to be a business? Because I enjoy the time to talk. I spend more fully time talking in different ways. Teaching, preaching, and have promotion for vacation, a special program. That was my 90% of my life. And spend additional time for music.
So you worked in a travel agency also, right?
Oh yeah, for 15 years.
Yeah.
For the time I was teaching in high school and the universities, I spent vacation time or traveling all many different places to celebrate with 15, program for quinceañeras, for wedding couple celebration, and children for first communion program. We had a special packet, including all the ceremony, graduation, full religious ceremony, party, and the travel.
Yeah. Now, Colombia is a very Catholic country. As a matter of fact, Pope Francis went to Colombia recently, and that was the only country on that trip that he devoted his whole time to Colombia.
Yes,
Why is that?
The Pope had 3 main ideas, because Colombia, looking for peace, talking about the peace for the problem that happened in Colombia for the last 60 years. We traveled the guerrillas, a lot of confrontation inside the people, political situation. They came to resolve the problems and to help the people to get orientation. Number 2, to have promotion for this year of the vocation. For that he got Medellin. He went to visit 4 different cities. Bogota, talking about evangelization and the better way to get peace for Colombia. And the Colombian president, he got the beautiful award for peace in the world. And the second one, he went to visit Medellin to talk about vocation. He joined there more 12,000 priests and religious sisters, and a special motivation about to have promotion for the priesthood inside every family, and every church and every school. And the third part, he went to Cartagena to visit, to have a special program orientation for Catholic charities, to involve poor people to participate in social program. And he went to visit in Villavicencio, close to Venezuela, for the confrontation we have for the people there.
It was a beautiful trip, and we watched it on net. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and pick up a little bit in Colombia. You're watching On the Block. Stay with us. Welcome back to On the Block, and today we're talking with Father Gabriel Toro-Rivas, and we're talking about Colombia and the Catholic Colombia and the papal trip that was there recently. One of the interesting things you said, though, was that they could talk openly, recruit vocations in public schools as well as in Catholic schools down there.
Yeah.
That's much different than in this country here.
That's one of the ideas I introduced Bishop DiMaggio when I arrived to New York, because I no idea we had big trouble, a big impediment to go to talking about vocation, to have promotion about religious life about the public school in America. It's not permitted.
Right.
In Colombia, it's too open because number one, Colombia is 100% Catholics. Number two, everybody in Colombia, they had to go to studying religion classes. It's not important what kind of different orientation you have in faith, but everybody had to go to attend it. This is the part of the constitution in Colombia. And number three, we had the privilege to go to talking about vocation, to have promotion every place. Hospitals, nursing home, every public school, religious school, every pulpit, every place we go, we're talking about.
Yeah. And so what's the results? Do we get a lot more priests down there in Colombia?
God, more than the regular one.
Yeah.
Because I came from the main part of Colombia who have more vocation, Medellin. Antioquia, my department includes 10 million people, population. This is the second large city in Colombia, Medellin, after Bogota, the capital. But 4 years ago, the parents, a good parent, they were all the time praying to God, looking for someone, or members of the family, to be a priest or to be a nun.
Wow.
Everybody had inspiration. My mother had 15. Who want to be a priest? Who want to be a nun? Let me know. For that we had 3 choices. Stay home, a single person, go to get married, and go to the convent or go to be a priest.
So how did you get here to America? Why did you come to the United States?
A little frustrated after 20 years looking and waiting to be ordained because I graduate early. I was every year, had promotion, go to different cities, asking and looking for the time to be a priest, holding mission, a special program, additional for vacation, and the bishop, nobody responded. My pre-brother was here. He came to Rigo Park to baptize my nephew 20 years ago. He spoke with the pastor. John Dwyer, he was the vocation director years ago.
Right. Sure.
And he spoke about me. Monsignor said to him, ask him to bring every paper. I will introduce in the diocese. He introduced me before Bishop Cisneros, Monsignor Garcia, Bishop Daly. I had beautiful orientated. I spoke Spanish in the beginning because I know about English formation program. When I met the Bishop Daly, he said to me, you must go to San John University to learn English, stay in Douglaston, and the weekend stay here with Monsignor Ferrarese in San Athanasius from 1999, 2002 when I was ordained.
So you had to go to Douglaston and live there in Douglaston for a while.
Yes, I was there for 1 year.
Yeah, and then did you go to the major seminary then?
I went to San John University from Monday to Thursday.
Okay.
Friday to Sunday is here in San Athanasius.
Okay. And did you have to go to the major seminary to study theology, or you had all of those credits?
At the end, to keep in my I-20 visa, I had to keep my record, my status as a student. After the study English in San John University, I went to Huntington. I studied only moral theology, 2 or 3 programs, homiletics, and liturgy. That's all.
And how was your English? Was your English coming along then?
Oh, but it's not 100% right because my pastoral ministry, San Athanasius, is 100% Spanish. I do mass every day here, very simple, and weekdays. But my large pastoral ministry, San Athanasius, and the Bensonhurst place is all Spanish.
Tell us a little bit about your ordination as a priest and when you were ordained. What was that?
Very impressed, very surprised, and so happy because I sent the application starting 2000, and the bishop responded 1 to 3. You was here also for the time I get my installation at Lector and Acolyte.
Exactly.
That was January 28, 2001. I became a deacon in Huntington Seminary in December 8, 2001, after the September 11 disaster in America. I became a priest in Brooklyn, thank God, June 29, 2002, almost 16 years ago.
How many men were ordained that day? Do you remember?
Only 3.
3.
Father Peter Rader, Father Espinal, who started to be a priest, and me. Only 3 for Brooklyn.
And where were you stationed then, right in the beginning?
The first station was Our Lord Angelus in Queen of the Angeles in Sunnyside, 2002-2004. After Bishop DiMaggio arrived, I spoke with him to be the privilege to move to Corona, Queens, because in Corona we have more Hispanic large population with Monsignor Thomas Healy. He welcomed to me there. I was there for one year and a half.
Yeah, that's a huge parish. I mean,
Oh my God.
they get people from all over coming to Mass there on
Yeah,
Sunday.
but they said the large Spanish community here in the diocese, over 10,000 people, Spanish attended Masses in Corona.
Yeah.
I have 11 celebrations in Spanish every Sunday.
Where do the people, what countries do they come from?
In Corona, Queens, mostly Mexican, Dominican Republic, and Ecuadorians.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
At one time here in New York City, when we said Spanish, we meant Puerto Ricans because it was all Puerto Ricans. But now they come from all over.
Puerto Rican moved to Florida, not New York.
Yeah.
And like Cuba.
Yeah. So most of the people coming here today.
I think the rich people, Latinos, rich people move from the country to Florida and Orlando. The poor people came to New York. This is the big surprise here also, because Monsignor Ferrarese opened the first Mass here in 1998, almost 20 years ago. We had only 40 people.
Wow.
Monsignor Ferrarese spoke Spanish a little. In the beginning, Father Brian Patterson. They were the first priest in Spanish here. After that, we had 3 Colombians.
Yeah. And now the Hispanic ministry here in Bensonhurst is large.
Oh my God. I am sure 75% San Athanasius at this time is Spanish. I have 45 pastoral groups in Spanish.
Wow.
I have over 500 volunteers, Spanish coordinated for all the pastoral ministries. I have a Mass every Sunday, over almost 2,000 people, and three big Masses I had. The big 3 celebration is Anais, that's Spanish celebration, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, and Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. How do you handle this? I mean,
Thank God, I think I have promotion and motivation for the people to get lay formation program. I introduced many people in pre-Kena formation program to get married. At this time, I spoke with the Bishop recently when he came Good Friday. Bishop, excuse me, this is one of the large Spanish population in Brooklyn, thank God, because Monsignor Casaro. Monsignor being good Spanish supporter, good helper. Monsignor led me to do everything I wanted. Our leadership in the Spanish communication skills with Monsignor and Father Ron, we had a good job all together. And Monsignor very open. He's very open man and the open mind. But every inspiration I have, all the people wanted. Monsignor said, yes, go ahead, go and do. I think this is one of the most better way to keep in my pastoral ministry and right way.
Sure. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to talk about the importance of some of these special groups to the future of the church here. Okay? So you're watching On the Block. I'm Ed Wilkinson. We're going to come right back. Stay with us. We'll see you back. Welcome back to On the Block. I'm Ed. This is Father Gabriel, and we've been talking about the Hispanics here in Brooklyn and Queens, and you have a busy life here, Father. Let's talk a little bit about the importance of some of these groups, like Juanadistas and the Cosillistas. They are really, I mean, that's where the future of the church is.
Do you know why? Because I came from a big family. For a big number of participants in my family, everybody Catholic. Number 2, for the time I worked in Colombia and business funeral homes and business cities, social programs and the travel agencies in the high school. I was talking about all the possibility to join many people to celebrate and to participate in different programs. The first time when I came to San Ace, 2006, to have motivation for families. Because I remember for the time I became a priest, the Bishop daily made 3 questions. Let me know 3 main ideas about your pastoral ministry in the Diocese of Brooklyn. I said, Bishop, I would like to develop formation program for lay people among every family to participate in liturgy, to be open, to conform different pastoral groups. I started with 3 15 years ago. Now we have 45. Everybody wanted, everybody looking forward. RCIA formation program. That's the better way to receive full initiation program. Number 2, pre-Kena formation program to get married. And number 3, cursillistas. After they have the 3 records, I said, come to have lay formation program in Spanish. I am teaching. I remember the time I was teaching in Colombia, I had all the programs from Colombia. New evangelization program, like America Looking Now for the future. My brother is a teacher at the university, and he's preaching there, and he sent to me all the materials. Every year he comes to New York. He's coming now in July to help everyone. He bring new material. Everybody wanted to participate. Everybody looking for something.
And one of the things that young people say is that they've never been invited to come and become a priest. How do you reach out in the Hispanic community to young people?
That's easy. Especially, I remember 3 or 4 months ago, Sam Finbar opened the entry program for vocational inspiration to have motivation about the youth people to participate in a special journey one Sunday in the afternoon. I sent all the altar service, jornalistas, and parents for the cursillistas. That's the only church who attended. Almost 85 people went to have a special full afternoon. The bishop very surprised and happy. Because now everybody is an age, they know what about the priesthood means, what is the vocation mean, and what is the process to become a priest or to be a nun. This is my hope, to get someone.
Do you see more people coming forward? I mean, are there Hispanic people in the seminaries? We're doing better than we used to do.
In Colombia, it was easy to me. Here, more difficult to get it. Because I never participate in vocation office time here in America. I had no good orientation about the wave. I would like to help in many different ways, but I think the big motivation, every family talking about the orientation for the children, for the future. Number 2, that's the main reason the Pope Francis talking about every family being the main teachers, mommy and daddy, to talk about your children, about vocation, about the future of the church, about your faith. Number 2, RCIA program, CCD program in the school, I think a special complement in the parish. And number 3, my daily reflection or time for my prayer. And every homily, I introduce 3 Hail Mary for vocation, talking about Mary and the Holy Family, to have all family concerns about vocation.
Tell us about Good Friday, because that's a special day. It's always been a big day here in Bensonhurst, but it's mostly known for the Italian procession that goes around. When I came here this year to do the Italian procession, I saw this huge Spanish procession also.
I very sad in the beginning when I came from my town, because in my town we had large procession all the week for Holy Week and a special celebration. When I started here in 2006, I said, Monsignor, excuse me, I need a special place for Spanish celebration to be separate, to have all my full Holy Week in Spanish. He said, I have no place, let me know, give me the to use the auditorium for the school. We have more people in the school than here in the church. Monsignor very surprised. At the following year, he moved Italian people from the lower church to join with the English and celebrate Spanish separate. I start full celebration in Spanish 2007 to now. Every time I went to Colombia, I went to buy the new status for the procession. I had a status like Colombia. This is a very traditional Colombian celebration in Bensonhurst, like Colombian procession. This guy enjoyed, you remember? This guy participate. When I pass by from the families, everybody surprised. What does that mean? Now very famous in Brooklyn. The traditional processions. And people from Guatemala and Mexico, they like that.
Where did the people come from in this neighborhood here? Mostly Mexicans also?
And Spanish attended, 60% Mexican, almost 20% Guatemalans. 10% Ecuadorians, and very mixed, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama, very few Colombians.
How do we eventually bring all of the different ethnic groups together? I mean, that's the challenge, right? We are one church, and we don't always want to have separate, Spanish, English, Italian. We want to bring everybody together. Are there ever occasions where we can bring everybody together and speak, express our one faith and one common language?
Do you know why? I think one of the good privilege I had in San Ace to be open for every pastoral group. Number 2, I am the only one that in the Bensonhurst neighborhood to celebrate 18 big celebration for different saints for the year. San Ace is only one, May 2nd. But in Spanish, every month I have 1 or 2 big celebrations, including novena, procession, party in the hall, and big people coming, arriving and putting all together to celebrate different saints. I think this is one of the good ideas to come in, to captain, and to be open and bringing people to the church.
If a young person came to you today, here in Brooklyn, and said to you, I'm thinking about becoming a priest. You're obviously a happy priest. How would you encourage that person?
I said, Bishop, if you are happy priest, I am number 1. Number 2, because I used to go to the school to teach religion class in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Talking about that. Number 4, I go to CCD program. Alvaro is Spanish Colombian man with the religious CCD program orientation director in the school. And the Spanish apostolate is an Athanasius, is large Spanish community. For that reason, I think this is very easy for us to talking and to have promotion, because every time I invited, many people come to respond. Talking about vocation, I had good inspiration. I said, I remember when I was in 5th grade in the first school, every priest, every teacher was talking about vocation. Why not here in America?
Yeah.
The microphone, this is a special place for us,
Yeah.
because the church, you see here, you come in every Sunday. The church is over 800, 700, 1,000 or more.
Yeah.
This is it.
It's a great story. Obviously, you're a happy priest, Father Gabriel, and thank you for sharing your story with us today. Thank you for being with us. Before we go, though, I'm going to allow Father Gabriel to say a few words in Spanish about vocations.
Muchas gracias a todos, pues estoy muy contento con la oportunidad hoy de hablar de vocaciones, de mi trabajo pastoral en San Atanasio, el servicio que he prestado a la diócesis casi ya por 16 años, y darle una invitación a las familias, que hablemos de vocación, que hablemos de fe, que hablemos de religión, que mantengamos la mente abierta para escuchar y para responder. Muchas gracias a todos y mil bendiciones a mi gente latina de New York y de Brooklyn.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias, mucho cariño. Thank you very much. Dios bendiga, muchas gracias.